not letting it up. Oh, that is sensational. Has he done enough, Foxes? Oh, that is a big spin. When it comes to
these kind of circuits I love. The camera angle straight down the grid. I can just see every car like I want to see it. It's not hard, Cody's. It's not hard at all. But here we go then, the return for the BFL after a 2-week break. That has felt like an absolute eternity. It's lights out. And away we go in the desert. Bahrain Grand Prix, Bahrain International Circuit, the slightly long run into turn 1, but Tempo has got away nicely, but it's a Red Bull contest in the Sauber. P3 Snacks, they want to get the elbows out through 3 and 4. Didn't quite get the move made, nonetheless. Yellow flag through 2 and 3. And McLaren has gone round Reading, I believe it is. But up the field, we are going to scoot on by real quick. As we mentioned earlier, front row lockout for 2 Saubers and the Red Bull. But one McLaren scooted on through, scooted on by. Mr. Agent, Fresh Agent 47, the bald man with the barcode at the back of his head, has made the move on Ultra in the second Red Bull, so now he's got himself in that little mix at the front of the field centre as well, tucking in nicely in P6, wants to just rotate the car through there, lovely stuff from him. But further up the field, Tempo's got away nicely and has got an 8/10 deficit to P2, but I can't imagine Rob's going to pressure that man too much, but I don't think Snacks is going to give him much choice in regards to pressure, because he's on the back of the Sauber lap 129 through VXR Hill they come. Agent and Ultra also as well following through nicely. Agent getting a nice front row ticket here to a Red Bull in a tow. He's going to make the move now. No, he's not. Wild old Fox, wisely old Fox is Snacks.
Oh, King's retired.
Oh no, VSC!
VSC! Oh, Tempo comes. Is that Tempo coming
boxing. In? Oh,
Ooh.
hello.
That's a bold strategy card. Okay. No, I think he's coming in. I think there's I think people are coming in, getting rid of the softs, looking to go long. Yeah, okay. Hard tires. Yeah. Going on. Wow. Okay. Goodness me. Well, okay, there's a few which are doing it. There is quite a few that have decided to do it. We've got a McLaren coming out as well. I think there is oh goodness me, it got a little bit dicey there on the pit lane exit by the looks of it, but we're okay. No cars have been damaged or harmed in the process. It's still a virtual safety car. It has not progressed into a full course safety car. So Tempo, Agent and AJ taking advantage of the situation and coming in. Could not agree with you more, Nomad. It would be so good if it was just like one stationary camera per corner and you could just watch it go by. That is one thing that we would love to see. Let's have a look then at the nearer nearer the top of the grid. Let's have a look at the position change. Senna is up 2 places. Look at that for a standout though. Matt C is up 8 places. Red Dog Twin gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car.
Ooh, mate,
looking to get away a bit too quickly.
Is what he's done, Master Mason. Oh, thinking out, dummy down the inside the centre, just letting me know, filling up the mirrors in that Mercedes Benz. That's brave. It is what that is. A little bit of history here between these two guys. Mason pulling the trigger though. The DRS not quite open. Is it open? It was open, DRS. Isn't there?
Yeah, DRS.
I'm absolutely lying to you. Is what I am. DRS open, getting that move made into 1. Might see now.
We're flying.
Going to get a nice little toe into 4 with the DRS. Is he going to come back? Senna? No, he's not going to come back yet. That VC ended out of absolute nowhere. It's what he did. He just went from yellow flags to green flag and just bam. half a second. Goodness gracious me. And as you said, I think it was Purple J that got it via
another yellow.
VSC infringement. Or Red Dog, one of the two.
We've got yellows in sector 2 at the moment. Okay, it's cleared. Mason then. Up in P4. A little bit of a lock-up. God, that's a fantastic camera angle, if I do say so myself. That looks fantastic. Center P5 then, Matty C. Flying up the grid in his Mercedes. He stays on the softs, up about 8 places.
Oh, what can he tip? Oh, he's caught it. Out of 11. Was on the back of Purple J.
I think he's letting back go, isn't he? Half, good to see you. Sport 170 joining us too. Very, very good evening and warm welcome to you. You're joining us on lap 3 of 29 in this Bahrain Grand Prix. This is race 4 in Bluefoxx F1 League Season 5. Snacks with the fastest lap, a 31.527.
Indeed, oh, sorry to quick one, but there's a PSL centre coming through like an absolute train.
Oh, he's going for it.
Toe is incredible down into one.
But hang on, Mason here. Surely he's going to have a go.
That's lovely. I mean,
Surely
up into 4 is the best run if you get overtaken into one. It's not much point in trying to fight it through 1 and 2. You want to kind of set up your car to like slingshot through the turn 3 exit to get that better run into 4. Not quite going to get the move yet made though. Ultra though and Snacks, both of the Red Bull boys, flying away at
P1,
the moment.
P2.
Oh, God, sorry, Rob getting all kind of out of shape.
I'm not quite sure what these guys are going to do from a strat point of view. I mean, I'm not quite sure how much they're pulling away, if anything. I mean, let's have a look. You've got about 6 tenths between them. Rob is just ever so slightly outside of DRS range. It's a whole compound slower. Potentially push those softs, get everything out of them, and move on to mediums. I mean, could you do medium? I'm not quite sure how many sets of mediums they've got left actually in the garage to make use of. I think they did, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
They used them through qualifying.
They did. Oh,
here comes Tempo.
They can move Tempo. I think Purple J there getting a little bit out of shapes into the braking zone. Very much just let Tempo come
making
flying
moves as well. I think doing the same on Purple. On Kidney Gin. He's got what's that? About 2 seconds to catch up to Purple J. Is that Matty C? Oh, Matty
C. I think that is a pit lane retirement.
I'm not quite sure what has happened there. Actually, I can't. No, it's not. I think it's on circuit. I think he is moving over down towards turn 1. By the looks of it, if you have a look, he's on the right hand side. It is.
Apparently.
He's had a It's all.
Well, that's Leicester now.
It has. It's parked up. It is parked up at turn 1. A less than ideal debut race for Matty C, missing the first few of the season. For what was a lovely holiday out in the States, but that is not how he would have wanted to start his campaign. Half, can I join? So this is a season which has obviously a process. We have trialists, we have an application stage, trial races, etc. So it's a 10 race season. We are race 4 of 10. So at the end of October, this is when BFL 5 will complete, and then naturally we will begin looking at BFL 6. So make sure you are following all the socials, get yourself in the Discord. That is where you're going to be finding out all the up-to-date information when it comes to a new season. But make sure, get yourself involved. Come and drive in some of our open lobbies. Foxy F1 Fridays will be live and kicking from 6:30 this weekend. This Friday, and from 3:30 on Sunday after the Singapore Grand Prix. So make sure you are there for that. Changing places, Callum Ultra, Snacksy Boy. How long are they going to be able to go?
I think I'm seeing what they're doing. As well, I'm thinking they're just going to maintain here track position, let them both eke out the gap and the gap, to the point where them can bowl. So I think they're very similarly paced on the circuit. So if they can just chop and change each and every other DRS zone whilst eking out the gap to the guys behind, free yourself up for a pit stop window at some point for one of you. I think they're looking in very good stead,
one
the
of them
Red Bull
needs
boys
to
at
do
the moment.
something, like needs to do something different, like now. Just try it. Just a different strat, something alternate, just to kind of throw caution to the wind and see what happens. Gaps starting to form. Oh, little wobble. We've got yellows. We've got yellows, I think, a little bit, a bit further back. I think it was Red Dog and AJ. We've got Red Dog is less than a second to Purple J, coming up to a DRS zone. I'm not sure if he's going to have the minerals to do it here, though. Depends on Purple J locking up a little bit. Oh, excuse me. I don't think he will. The DRS is going to open. He's going to throw down some
Red Bull boys are fighting on them.
If they're fighting,
no, fair enough.
Maybe they're just playing hard to get. Maybe.
Yeah, just having a little bit of just flirting in P1 and P2. The Red Bull boys at the moment, Ultra and Snacks. But again, I think one of our best clips that we have on the channel that is highlighted in a lot of the trailers that we create, that yourself creates, I should say, is one of the league races that we had where Snacks and Ultra had an incident around Austria. And Snacks let him back through, lost out on 6th position, completely ruined his entire race, but let him back through just to let him know that was on me, my bad. Did not mean to happen.
Well,
and so it's always good to see these two on circuit. There's a little bit of a shame that they're both in the same livery.
True.
Not gonna lie. I think
it's a strong team, but
it is, yes. And I would love to see them now, like in this position, fighting for position, so to speak, because they're both smart enough to know that right now, let's not take each other out. Let's not be wheel to wheel banging for no reason. When realistically, we've both got a chance here to get a good haulage of points for us both as individuals and for the constructors now going forward. Now that we've lost some drivers here and there, so
massively. If both of them can take, if they can take P1, P2, what that's going to mean, not just for them individually and their drivers, but what that is going to do for the constructors is going to be, it's going to have a big impact. Oh my goodness me, Agent going really wide there, getting in all sorts of problems with the braking, but him and Tempo making good strides, trying to get their way back up the grid on those hard tyres. You've got Master Mason ahead. That gap is closing. It's gone from 4 point something down to 3.8. CRE Rob, though, a 3-second time penalty. And look, with the gaps the way they are, that can cost you a big amount of places. Certainly if we're going to get a safety car nearer the final stages of this race, how crucial are those 3-second penalties going to be? I mean, at the moment, he's got 2.4 seconds to the car ahead, 5.5 to the car behind. If I was Senna, I'd be licking my lips. I'd want to push a little bit harder, try and get that gap down. There's a potential podium here for Senna if things go the way of the racing gods, no doubt. He's saying a little bit of a prayer. Can I also just, how good, I really like the look of the Haas. I've always kind of liked it, but under the lights, I think it's a great looking livery.
I think this year's car, it does what it needs to do. Oh, AJ down the inside on Red Dog! Sent that from a few yards back out of nowhere.
He's coming back at him.
Scrolling down the field and just saw AJ pull the trigger. Down the inside on Red Dog. That's a lovely,
trail braking.
That's a bold move, is what that is. Lovely. I'm happy I caught that as I was scooting on down the field. Very Oscar Piastri-esque from the recent weekend's proceedings. How you saw the move that Oscar made on Charles Leclerc into turn 1 at Baku, because it was absolutely phenomenal. Might be a little bit of a cheesy thing to say, but I love the fact that his...
AJ!
Oh no! Get down the wall! Oh, son of a David curse! Get off board! Come on, he's one of us, Sam. He's a team member. Let's get back up the field. Goodness me! What I was gonna say.
Hang on. I want to see how his tyres are gonna go now, because look, we know they cook. The tyres will absolutely cook when you have a bit of a spin like that. You've got to try not to over rev and then just
send
the temperature.
Down the inside goes Tempo in the lean green. Really ugly bucket machine. That's a great move from Tempo. Wanting to now make the moves and get further up the field after the early pit stop, sacrificing a little bit of kind of fun enjoyment for your race a little bit further up the field.
Oh, wobble from Mason.
Strategy. So let's see if that kind of puts him in good stead further along in this race. Well, hello, Ultra now boxing. Ultra is coming first with the Red Bull boys
Softs.
up the field.
He's gone to softs again. Oh, okay. So whilst the bulk of the grid are looking to go onto a harder compound, he's looking to push on. Okay, Mason also pits. He goes on to harder. Okay, I think two-stop is going to be the way to go for quite a few of our drivers. I'm not quite sure that hard tyres you're going to be able to eke out. I mean, potentially at this stage, Mason might be able to make those hards last, but in all fairness, if we're going to get a little bit of a later safety car, back onto some mediums, if it's a bit later, a bit of a run on. So, I mean, look, who knows what the remaining 19 laps have in store for us, but there's a lot of different strats going on at the moment, a lot of variance. Snacks is still pushing. He's got.
He just got on the back of the Purple J again in the house. Very much making up for the mistake he made. Down the inside, he goes into one. I do know that AJ has a very slippery setup on in a straight line. So that toe and that DRS is going to be working very nicely for himself to want to make the most of the earlier pit stop. That mistake, though, that's going to hinder a little bit
deep
of the charge further up the field. Currently, boys, he 30 seconds behind. Have I got the uply wrong interval on my gizmos? I think I have. No, I have not. So he's got a little bit of time to find, a little bit of ground to make. Now in a little bit of clean air.
He's got about 2 seconds to Red Dog in front. 2.3 as we've got yellows down into turn 1. Ooh, who is that there? Is that Tempo? I think it was Redding just moving out of the way for Tempo, who, if you remember, boxed early on lap 1 under a VSE. Box went onto hard tyres, and with the pit stops happening around him, currently now sits in the lead. So for him, it's about pushing that gap now. He's got 6.8 seconds to Ultra, who is, well, 2 compounds faster. 6.7 seconds, but it's fair to say the lap times that Tempo has been putting down, it could well equal the equation. I mean, 2 compounds is a hell of a lot of grip, but I stand corrected. The gap is starting to come down. Snacks, meanwhile, has boxed. He is out in P3. He is now on brand new hard tyres. So is that man going to look to eke out those hard tyres to the end? I don't think Tempo is going to be able to. So he's going to box again. This is, for Tempo in the lead, this is crunch time now. This is where he needs to put his foot to the floor, understand that he is going to need to pit again, and pushing, creating as big a gap as possible is probably going to be his best strat to try and win this race. But as someone that has raced alongside him as his co-driver in a championship, he doesn't often think that way. So it remains to be seen as to,
one could say he's
how
liable for a little bit of a spinneroony. Is what he is sometimes here and there. He's his own worst enemy on circuit.
Sport absolutely had it right. So it seems like they have ended up splitting the strategy. Ultra is going ultra aggressive, which I will be honest is not normally a strat that I would associate with Ultra.
No, absolutely not.
Not the direction I expected him to go. We sing his praises. He is the all-time BFL point scorer in history. Has finished P2 in more championships than he would certainly care to admit, but he's done that by not necessarily playing it safe, but playing it smart, being sensible with strategies,
getting the job that needs to be done.
Getting the job done.
So
nothing too crazy flamboyant, and it's paid off for him. So for him to be going double softs It's not something I would have expected him to do. But you know what? Kind of here for it. The gap's coming down. 5.6
absolutely
now.
Here for it.
Everyone on hard tyres, apart from Ultra.
Shortly mentioned it earlier, because we've lost some drivers and things like that. It's given a lot of drivers now a chance to maybe do something different. Just throw a spanner into the works. Why not?
I'm surprised more haven't tried something different.
That is true. That is. I thought somebody might have. Oh, snap! Jesus Christ! Looking at the rears into one, but when you've got a wingman like Snacks that can be behind you, and if need be, can cover your bases to do a job. I think right now is probably the best time where Ultra's just gone. What's the worst that can happen?
Bit of caution to the wind. Why not? Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
Also now with Rob that has a time penalty as well. Realistically, it's the two Red Bulls against Tempo.
Kitty Jim spun, and Kitty Jim's going slowly here. He's now picking up the throttle. I'm not sure if he's had a little bit of a wobble there. He has. Oh, those tyres look cooked. Oh, he's got 3 seconds for corner cutting. It wasn't well, it was, technically speaking, it was a corner cut, but I think he has cooked those rear tyres just a little bit. He's going to have to be mindful these next few corners just to help bring those temperatures down. He's got some quick guys coming up behind him. I think the likes of Snacks and CRE Rob are going to be near. Oh, what's happened down into turn 1? What's going on here? Is that AJ? Oh, AJ. Oh, AJ is, by the looks of it, has cooked his tyres. Oh, looks like a bit of a spinneroo. Yeah, he's having to go up through the gears here. Down into turn 1. We'll see it through here.
Back down.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful, very mindful, very demure about his tyre attempts here. You can see he's keeping it in the higher gear, careful as he accelerates.
Indeed, Jerry Rob though, watching now make the move on Snacks in the second Red Bull, but Snacks is going to get the better run out of the exit, I think. Is he going to do it? Switch back and three. Oh, not quite yet. Down through his had to be close to the car because you get a lot of washout on your front tyres. That is, I thought Snacks.
I thought he was going to have a little nibble there.
Send it.
Oi!
Stop! Break those wrists. Goodness gracious, that's going to work in the morning, and that man is fragile. That man has more injuries than Arsenal's squad at the moment. Sorry, Jackie, that's going to hurt when you watch that back tomorrow. Jesus Christ, that is going to tickle in the morning. That is not fun on a normal rig like mine. That is a little cheap-ass Logitech. I know Snacks races with a DD direct drive wheel. Those things hurt, my man. When you get a big slap of oversteer, God, the pain in your wrist.
Redding gets 3 seconds of time penalties as well. Snacks went a bit wide. I actually thought it was Snacks who was getting the time penalty there because saw him going a bit wider.
Ultra not really punching the hole that I thought he would be on that set of soft tyres. 5.7 at the moment.
Is he going to do it here? No, I don't think he's got the minerals.
Maybe into further after this second run. If he keeps the car stable, which he does. Now it's just the engine, now it's just the Honda power. We're going to get it close enough. Not in the same postcode, nowhere near. What's in that Sauber? What's in that Ferrari?
Not
engine?
Enough.
That's absurd. Someone check that.
So get that car into scrutineering.
Yeah.
Fresh
absolutely. Get him on
agent. P5. 13-lap-old hard tyres, one of those that pitted early, similar to Tempo, currently in the lead. 5.3 seconds, so it's starting to even out at the minute, that gap. I am intrigued to see what Ultra is going to do when he pits. If he goes onto hard tyres, he can properly throw the car round. Rather than there's the potential with mediums, he's gonna eke it out. But then again, depends how long he goes on this stint. He's done 5 laps. He obviously did 10 laps in his first stint. If he does the same, then arguably he can put on mediums. Just the quicker the tyres, and he's probably going to have enough
and just
degradation to really go for it. Yeah. I think it's not a driving style that we have come to love and associate with Callum Ultra, but he's going for it. Maybe,
very much.
Maybe
Pulled
no
out
more
the
Mr.
flecky
Nice
strap.
Ultra. Maybe the gloves are off. We're seeing a different side
Maybe man
to
has seen
Ultra.
an opportunity and wants to make and take the
Oh,
most
we've got
of it.
yellows. Ooh, why have we got yellows?
Do you think it was a Mercedes?
I think it might have been a Merc or an Alpine or someone just going a bit slower. AJ up into P8 at the moment, just nicely in the points. Trying to look after those hard tyres. He's going to need to box at some point, but there's a big gap to him. And then Master Mason up front. Red Dog, Purple J, Kidney Jim on debut. A couple spins for that man. He is just outside the points. He's got a time penalty at the moment. And he's got about 6.7 seconds to Purple J. It'd be a good story to see that man earn some points on debut. We will wait and see. Sorry, it's not 7 seconds, it's actually 16 seconds. I completely misread that. Ignore what I said. That will actually be quite a tough ask. But safety car changes the complexion of the entire race. So we'll wait and see.
Indeed, also when there is a yellow somewhere in sector 2. Oh, Red Dog getting that Alpine. Okay, they're sideways. Goodness gracious, that man is playing the wrong game. Get him on Forza Horizon 5. Get him in those drift trials. He'll score many of the XPs. Drifting that car around like that. Goodness gracious, he's caught that. Mid-corner, locking up the rears. Get the foot in the throttle so regardless. That man has many of the testicles to keep the foot in it whilst that car is trying to spin right round.
Many of the testicles. Okay, that's about
speaking of testicles, sorry, Robert's caught up to Ultra here. I mentioned that Ultra wasn't really punching a hole on Tempo's hard tyres, and Sarri Roberts
time
has been,
penalties though.
after dispatching of one Red Bull, now wants to
not there.
Oh, he was looking. Oh, he's still looking. Never mind. Oh, I thought he was going to absolutely send it. Then goes to Visa cash out Red Bull denim livery for the next Grand Prix. Have you seen that? Looks fucking horrendous is what it does. I have no idea what they were thinking about with that car's next livery. I hope you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, after this stream, Google the Visa cash out Red Bull, whatever the fuck it's called, livery for Singapore. Gordon Bennett, it looks horrible. If Miley
It's like
Cyrus
denim, isn't it?
Car,
they're doing some sort of double denim.
Billy Ray Cyrus, fucking achy breaky heart into turn 1. It's wild. But never mind, Sorry Robertson and Ultra. 3-second time penalty for Rob at the minute.
Snacks!
It's Ultra boxing. Yes, he is. Snacks the penalty as well. Oh, so that's it now. He's now Minister of Defence for Ultra. If he can get back up to the back
Mediums.
of his
He's going
teammate.
mediums.
Yeah,
good strat. Good strat. I like this from Ultra. This is aggressive. More passion, more energy, more aggression. Reviving that well-known meme. I am a fan of this from Ultra. This is good. It's good to see. I think he's going to be coming out in P6. We've got the Haas. I think that is the Haas of Purple J, one of the back markers for Ultra. So he's gonna have Senna ahead of him. He's gonna have Agent ahead of him. What does Agent do here? Well, to be fair, what does Agent and Tempo do here? I mean, do you try and push this? I mean, Tempo's got a reasonably nice gap. He's got 6 seconds plus the fact that P2 and P3 do have time penalties, so he's got that bit of a cushion. I mean, do you not look to maybe come in now and go on mediums and give yourself enough time?
If I was Templar,
to make up a play,
either on lap 20 or
hasn't it?
prior to lap 3. Yeah, that's what I'd be boxing. Get on the mediums. I give myself at least a chance to have enough time, because it's not a short lap around Bahrain.
No,
it's a good one in. It's not the shortest lap on the planet, so I would rather give myself a lot more time than get to maybe like lap 24, 25 and realise that I've made an oopsie, that I've made a doozy, if you will, and realise that there's 2 Red Bulls smelling my dinner. I think that's the last thing that you want.
I mean, so if Agent's going to pit here, what was the pit stop time? It's about
23 seconds.
23 seconds. If Agent pits here, He's probably coming out a P, or he's going to be coming out a P7, P8, yeah, P7, I think, is where he's going to be coming out. It will be close, but I don't know. You've got a Senna behind on 10 lap hold hards. Ultra a bit for, like, do you 10 laps? Is that just a bit too long? I don't think there's a way that we can see his tyre wear, is there?
No, unfortunately not. We are not blessed with those levels of gizmos.
Be very interesting to see what those hard tyres are looking like. I mean, to be fair, it's a stunning effort to be on 17 laps and still be doing what he's doing. Same goes for tempo here, but just as Sport has said in the chat, Rob has got some really, really good pace on these hard tyres. They are, well, half as old as those of tempos in front of him, but again, the time penalty is just going to cost him. The difference between being 4 or 5 seconds behind someone and then being 7 or 8 seconds behind, it just feels like night and day. So it all counts. It all counts. I'm keeping my eyes firmly on tempo here, and at what point this
keep my eyes on Ultra is what I'm doing. This man is chunking tents out.
What is
Ultra doing? Ultra is.
He is massively caught up.
Ultra's scale-electric right now. What he's looked like on the last 2 laps. Nothing but metronomic driving from Ultra right now, which I think is, again, as you mentioned earlier, this kind of strategy on his tyres is so out of kind of character, so to speak, in regards to how we see him drive. So it's cool to see that he's wanting to sit and go, actually bugger it, I'm going for Costa to win, back myself.
Nothing to prove, that man. Nothing to prove.
No, absolutely not. It has negative things to prove in regards to the BFL and our channel as a driver and as a person, as a young man. Let's get that out there straight away. He's a lovely young fella, is what he is. Absolute sweetheart. But what's cool now is he's got a set of medium tyres. I mean, he's got a missus, but I mean,
does he?
Price. But anyway, as far as I'm aware, unless I've missed on any private life news of Mr. Ultra, but as far as I'm aware,
wedding bells soon. Wedding bells soon. Bluefoxx wedding. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should go through the process of getting ordained so I can legally marry people. We'll do that. I'll officiate Ultra's wedding. Actually, I will officiate all BFL drivers' weddings, either in the very near future or the extended future. If I'm 85 and can't stand, I will still do it. I'll still be streaming. Christ. Yeah. 85 years old, I'll still be sat in front of a camera, still calling like what will be then sort of like 12-year-old on Call of Duty Black Ops 95. Some form of noob telling me he's adopted. Oh yeah, 100%. Got to happen.
Intend on going nowhere soon.
Let's have a little
gander.
That's
for certain.
A little bit.
I'm having a gander, and sorry to kind of go back onto Ultra here, but he has closed the gap.
Oh my god, yeah.
To Senna. Like no tomorrow. It's like I've been watching 2 different category of cars on circuit at the minute. Senna's got a little bit of battery left. So has Ultra. So they're both housing a little bit of battery to play with in the latter stages of the Grand Prix. But that medium tyre compared to that 12-lap all hard tyre on Senna has looked like 2 different cars on circuit. We just checked on it when it was 3.5 seconds or something, and within what, a lap and a half, 2 laps, he's now 2 tenths behind, smelling the back of that MoneyGram. # not sponsored. Looking absolutely rapido.
Speaking of sponsors, are you thirsty? Do you need a caffeine-free, juicy, delicious flavoured energy drink? Well, you have come to the right place. ! Glitch! It will get you making moves, just like Callum Ultra does on the inside of a DSL Senna down into turn 1. Beautifully done. Those mediums starting to pay off. Now the fight begins. He's going to try and chase down fresh agent. That's gonna be.
Did you see how quickly the totally battery engaged
crazy.
there? It looked like he wasn't remotely close to getting near halfway down that pit lane.
Have you seen the gap at the top though? Look at this gap. Sorry, between the two Sauber boys. That was for about 5 seconds. Easily got down to about 4, and in the space of half a lap, it is now down to 2.8 seconds. So I don't know if Tempo's had a little bit of a wobble somewhere, or if the difference in those tyres and the pace that Rob has is just extraordinary. Is it happened to AJ again? Oh no, he's back on his feet.
19 laps old. The second longest stint on the field at the moment, barring Tempo.
Oh, those 19.
They're going to be screaming at him. And that man
he's had a couple spins as well.
Exactly.
Is that some damage to the wang? I think it is. I think there's a bit of wang damage.
Yeah, front left, front right, yeah. Double wang damage. That's the last thing you need. It's double wang damage.
It's not for the first time that AJ has done considerable damage to his massive wang on a Wednesday night. We'll add that into the Hansonism video. We'll add that one in. That's it.
Absolutely.
If you're watching this at some point in the future, I hope you enjoyed it. Kidney Jim is on debut in P11, sits 38 seconds behind him. A few time penalties, pushing that Alpine to the limit. Redding is steady as ever. I think he's got about 6 seconds worth of time penalty. He's gone onto soft tyres. AJ pits, and I think he'll be doing the same, throwing on some softs. A potential push for the fastest lap from AJ.
Why not?
Oh, he's gone on to mediums. Mediums at New Wing might not get the fast lap.
Oh God, AJ and that McLaren getting all kinds of out of shape. Ultra, he's just reeling him in like a fisherman. Call him Rex.
Oh
he's
my
just
God! Look at the
in.
gap. Oh, look at the gap at the top. 1.8. His Tempo can't go all the way here.
And fast. Tempo can. Well, I mean, he maybe can do, but Ultra and Agent again giving it a little dose.
Oh, these two
down the field. These two just can't stop. Ultra on that medium tyre 5-lap board is going to have all the grip, have all the speed throughout every sector of the circuit. Agent on a 21-lap old set of hard tyres. Can't imagine he'll fight this too hard, but will fight it enough to make it interesting and at least a little bit hard work for Ultra to get by. But given how he got by, almost got into the back of him. Goodness gracious me, I don't know if that was really close or my glasses and my depth perception is fucking horrendous.
It was close.
It looked very close, but
this
there we go, like a sitting duck, quack, quack. On he goes, goodness me. That medium tyre right now is looking like the right tyre to be on, but has he let himself too much time?
It's
13 seconds to the lead, I think it is.
He's got 13 seconds to catch up with Snacks, but there is a time penalty, so it's more about 10 seconds. I mean, 2 seconds a lap, that's a tough ask. I think Snacks will both Snacks and Rob are probably likely to go all the way to the end. And at the point that we're at now, lap 24 of 29, I think Tempo has missed his window to pit, and clearly it's gonna cost him because CRE Rob is now in DRS range. He can smell blood, he can smell the champagne flowing from a race victory here under the lights in Bahrain. 0.7 seconds. Now, I don't know if there's any team orders that are going on. Either way, it is looking like it's going to be an incredibly strong performance from the Kick Sauber duo. It is going to make an enormous dent in the Constructors' Championship. Currently sitting, 86 points behind. Oh my God!
Oh, the Sauber boys can't contain themselves. Easy boys, you're witnessing liberty, you fucking idiots. What was that? CRE Rob, a rush of blood. Tried to dump it down the inside for absolutely no reason. There's a ways and a means to get the move made on your teammate, your fellow Comrado, at the same fucking Constructor. That's an outrageous bit of driving. That is so bad.
That could have been.
Rob had to run.
I think he's letting him pass. He's letting him pass. That's a great show. That is a great show there. Wow, yeah, fair play. Fair play.
Absolutely, but whole rush of blood there from Shari Rob.
Woo! That got excited.
Simple. Get a run, go down the inside, let him know you're there. Temple's smart enough to not be an arsehole about. He'll let you race in wheel to wheel. Then go by your business. If Temple keeps in that 3 second window, then perfect. Bet no worries. You're still 1-2, but that is not the ways and the means. To go, brother, I mentioned earlier, Jewel of the Desert, the Mercedes boys that Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton couldn't help themselves. Can we have round 2 into turn 1 here? A little bit of a late driver face. Lap 25 and 29 with the Sauber boys. How bad does Rob want it for himself? How much does he want it for the team? That's what it boils down to. How serious will you be? There we go. That's the easier move. Get the Tony OSP, the ERS deployed. Get it made into turn 1. You can back yourself to get the 3 second gap. Perfect. No dramas, no issues, no business, no damage. You're both still there getting a good, decent result for your team. For goodness gracious.
It's all the drama, Mick. I just love it. Imagine if we were going to be throwing in one of the Aston Martins into the mix with this. Goodness gracious me. The next battle here is seeing what Ultra can do with 4 laps to go on his teammate. I think they will happily take P3 and P4, collecting up the next best batch of points for those two. But you got Senna at the moment. He's now 3 seconds behind Agent 90. Oh wow, god, that was quite aggressive on that curb in turn 1. Goodness me, the car really bottoming out there. Good lord. A little bit of a race of his own is Agent. He is pitted, he is on some brand new mediums, and is no doubt going to push and try and set the fastest lap. He's going to have the opportunity. It's a purple Sector 1 at the moment. We're going to keep an eye on this because, like we said, every single point counts. So that additional point that this man could or is likely to grab as part of the fastest lap is only going to pay dividends. Coming up to the end of Sector 2, couple corners to go.
Oh, Temple absolutely fucking sending on his teammate. Goodness gracious me.
Oh my god, these two aren't done. They're not done, are they? Oh, Clyde!
Jesus Christ, Temple just kept slowly lighting it up, just kept gradually sniffing into 1, then just sent it into 1. Thank you very much. I will take that from you without your consent and your grace, my lord. Into turn 1 he went, Jerry Rob trying to get his race back to the 3 and 4. Jesus Christ. Woo.
Good lord.
I thought we're just about to bed in and just kind of follow Rob through, but last minute, nah, fuck it. Just sent it down the inside. Goodness me. Woo.
Is it? He's not here. Oh, he's thinking. Oh, no, he is. Yeah.
Oh, little bit of contact, little bit of wheel banging, Sam. He's slapped 27 and 29 and apparently they don't care.
Tempo's tyres have surely got to go bang. They're surely got to go bang.
Yeah, but what's going to wear off first? Your tyres or your ego? Oh, goodness.
I can't call it. I can't call it either. This is going to be so good. Here we go, round 2.
On the back of the fucking spoiler is called Unleashed. Because the Sauber boys tonight are now released at lap 28 and 29. And the Bahrain Grand Prix legs to Stamper sends it down the inside.
Oh, but surely he's going to get the cutback.
Messing around, squeeze back now around the outside.
Oh.
Sorry, Rob Gray Racing from umpires involved now gets a better run. Does Tempo into 4 down the inside. Sorry, Rob concedes that position, defends on the inside. But once they squeeze back on this top of the hill through this Bahrain International Racing Circuit, someone boys putting on a show lap 28 and 29. Goodness me, I'm sweating.
Unbelievable. This is genuinely unbelievable. This is what we love to see. This is the penultimate lap of this Bahrain GP, and to see these two guys fighting it out in the way that they are is incredible. We got CRE Rob. He's half a second ahead, but he does have the time penalties. Tempo, an unbelievable stint. 27. He's going to be 27 lap old tyres by the time this man crosses the finish line. We said from a strat point of view, he had his opportunity on kind of lap 19, lap 20 to maybe go in box, get some mediums on. He would have been very, very comfortable, but his decision to stay out is what has allowed an amazing duel in the desert, worthy enough to rival that of the two Mercedes, as we all know and love all those years ago. Final lap of this Bahrain Grand Prix. Tempo has the DRS wide open. He's going to move to the left. Surely this is it a done deal? It's not. CRE Rob is going to hold it. There's no such thing as team orders between these two guys. They're going to be fighting it out every single corner until the checkered flag. Red Dog Twin gets 3 seconds of time penalties. Down in P8, that might cost him a position, with Purple Jade about a second behind him here. Further back, everyone has their space. It's pretty much going to finish the way it stands, but it's a fight for honour. It's a fight for pride here at the top of the grid. Who is effectively going to cross the line first? You've got 0.7 second, 0.7 of a second between Tempo and Rob here. I'm not sure we're going to see Tempo make a huge lunge here with the time penalties. He will pick up on it. That's it.
And he's just going to look at no worries.
Cross the line.
We had that fun.
They did. They certainly. I mean, the percentage of wear on those hard tyres, it is a glorious stint to what is going to be his first win in BFL 5, and you have to forgive me, I'm not sure if this could well be his maiden win. They crossed the line together. I love that from those two. Snacks comes across the line to take a P3. Stunning drive. Callum Ultra then, all-time point scorer, comes round the final corner to take a very, very well-deserved P4. Holding the second row of the grid. Senna, we pipped in for a sensational result. He has delivered. He has done exactly that. That man is going to be very happy with a P5. 21 lap stint on those hards. Agent dragging that McLaren across the line for P6. Master Mason as well. This man continues. Oh, it's a little wobble. We were about to sing his praises there and say he's been very consistent.
Came back through my nostril.
Goodness me. He is coming up towards the final corner. Tempo in the chat with the tyre wear at 80%. In conservative mode. Goodness gracious me, what a fight that was. At the end, Master Mason has left the session. I mean, luckily for him, the car will still cross the line. Purple J.
Oh, AJ's bringing down the final corner.
AJ, the last man over the line, and is going to take points. I think he's going to finish via the pit lane, because the man can. I think that is the way. Wow. That was a bit of excitement sprinkled in at the end. Tempo gets the driver of the day. Now, Tempo, you might be able to tell me, is that your maiden win in all things BFL? I feel like it might be. I know you've had race wins in other leagues. It is a maiden win in Bluefoxx F1 League. Tempo then with an extraordinary stint